video, we're going to do a review of transformations of functions in the form y equals a times f of k times x minus d, close brackets, plus c. Now remember, this is your transformed equation of y equals f of x. Y equals f of x is your original equation. Now, before we do an actual example, we need to recognize what a, k, d, and c will do, and how these will transform your original function. With a, when a is greater than 1, when a is greater than 1, that is a vertical stretch. When a is greater than 0 but less than 1, it'll affect your parent function vertically, but it's going to be a vertical compression. And when a is negative, so a is less than 0 or a is negative, that means you're going to have a reflection in the x-axis. So with a, you can just remember that this always affects your graph vertically. When a is greater than 1, it's going to have a vertical stretch. When a is between 0 and 1, that's going to transform your graph with a vertical compression. Now, how about k? With k, when k is greater than 1, when k is greater than 1, you're going to have a horizontal compression. And when k is greater than 0 but less than 1, you're going to have a horizontal stretch. And then if k is negative, that means there is a reflection in the y-axis. So with k, that is your horizontal compressions and your horizontal stretches. Let's take a look at D and C. D, that is your horizontal translations. So that just means left or right. And then lastly, C. C is your vertical translations. And that is up and down. So with A, K, D, and C, whatever the number it is, it's basically going to tell you how it's going to transform your graph from your parent/original function. Now going back to your horizontal translations and vertical translations. With your horizontal translations, how do I know if you're moving left or moving right? When your D value is positive, that means you are moving to the right. If D is negative, that means you're going to move to the left, however many units. So left D units. So let's say it's -4, D equals -4, then that means you're going to move to the left 4 units. With your vertical translations, very similar to your horizontal translations. If C is positive, that means you're going to go up. If C is negative, that means you're going to move down. In the next video, we're going to review mapping rule and do an actual example together.